Good morning, guys. Welcome to my channel. My name is gbpusd. As you all know, today we're gonna be continuing our usual videos we often do. Trade with me. Okay. So on today's video, we're gonna be covering some of the trades we took this week so far, and the ones we are currently on, and also the ones we are likely to take tomorrow and the next, being a Thursday and Friday. Okay. So without wasting much of your time, let's get down to business. So far this week, we have taken one trade on we took one trade on AUD JPY, Australian dollar JPY. Okay, and as you guys know, Australian dollar has been the JPY, that the Japanese yen, has been on downward trends for the past 2 weeks right now, past 2 weeks, and it trended all the way from this point, which was 100 and, almost 110, down to 91. Now, okay, I took a short. I shorted this position earlier and I took profit. Like I took profit, which I regretted taking that profit. I went long and I also lost. So, and I had to wait. I waited for it. I waited for somewhere here to take a trade. I took here also, went up and I lost. So after that loss, I decided to play safe. In other words, I decided to apply a trend line. But before the trend became over, it broke this previous OTC, as you guys can see. He booked this previous OTZ. Now the next place we are waiting for it is here at this OTZ. As you guys can see, this OTZ region. What happened? This is daily time frame anyways. When it gets to this OTZ region, we have a sharp rejection. Understand? We had a sharp rejection. I know a lot of people would have entered straight on. But to be on the safer side, I decided not to enter. I just wanted to confirm that this trend is over before I will before I can go into this trade. So for me to be able to confirm that the trend is over, I do a trend line on 1 hour and 4 hours. This is a trend line here, as you guys can see. I do this trend line here. So I'm only going in here to, whenever it breaks above this trend line, to confirm that our downward trend is over and we are likely to start having a bullish upward movement. Okay. So now at the point of this place now, I put this in because it's likely to come and make a second leg, which we call double bottom, before it started making the bullish upward movement. But when it broke this trend line, I went down to my 1 hour to look for my entry. Okay. Now, when I went down to 1 hour, as you guys can see here, I went down to 1 hour to search my entry. It broke the trend line, and I just wanted to play on the safer side. The reason I wanted to play on the safer side is that it broke this trend line with this candle stick, as you guys can see, which closed above the trend line. But the next candlestick that follows it was a sell off, which was like trend line retest. But I have this rule that I trade whenever I'm trading a trend line breakout. The candlestick that broke the trend line and the subsequent candlestick that comes after it should be either, if it is a break towards the upward or the bullish side, it should be a buy buy. But if it is break towards the downward side, like if the trend line is a downward trend line, it should be a sell candle. A sell candle which breaks the trend line and a sell candle which confirms the trend continuation. So we did not have we had a buy with a sell here. So that actually discouraged me. So I have to wait. Now when I waited, I had this I had this indecision candle here, which actually confirmed to me that the market is likely to come back here and retest before it continued the movement. So I used what they call a sniper entry. This thing doesn't actually happen all the time, but whenever it happens, it gives this kind of high high reward to low risk. It gives high reward to low risk. Like you risk very little to make very high reward. Honestly, so I took this. I placed a buy here. Then my take profit is the previous high, because obviously it's definitely gonna break the previous high. Even if not breaking the wick of the previous high, it must definitely break the close of the previous high. What I mean by that is this: if such a thing happen, it definitely close goes above the previous high, which needs just say if it here to be the previous high, it will definitely go above this candlestick. But for this situation now, this is our previous high here. For this one now, this is our previous high here. So this is our previous high. So definitely it will definitely break above this uh, closing of this candle. When I'm not talking about the wick, I'm talking about the close of the candle. So my take profit was a bit above that candle, knowing fully well that if we are to be right, it will definitely break above it. So we took it, and lo and behold, it was a successful trade after the it broke, rallied up, it came down, snap into that area, and it gave us this wonderful close. Another since then, we have been waiting to get the direction it's going, and obviously, as you guys can see, the AUD has been consolidating, coupled with the so-called CPI we were waiting yesterday, and which actually basically nothing happened. So after that, we actually placed our, we call it just like an OTZ, a rectangle between the close of the candle and the highest wick, and we extend it. So far the candlestick has been able to break above it. So we're actually waiting for either a retest towards the downward side or a break above. As you can see. So far we're actually having a channel here. This is the channel. In between these two is the channel. No candle has closed below this, no candle has broken above this. So for now, we are staying away until we have a clear direction, which is either a break above that here or break below towards this downside. Okay. Now that is for JPY, which was a successful trade. The next trade again we have taken so far is New Zealand CAD. This New Zealand CAD, I took two trades on it. I took first one was on daily time frame, second one was hourly time frame. This is the one of the hourly time frame. So you guys can see it's currently on, and it's currently on. I actually risk minimum on this because it wasn't it's not really high quality trade, so I'm not really that confident that it's gonna play out. So I risk minimum. This was my entry, and when it came into this OTC region, had the retest, I was like, I said to take a buy, but I'm not really 100% convinced that it's definitely gonna play go my direction. Then this previous trade I took on it was here. Think I was here, so you guys can see. This was it. I took one here. I haven't take profit here, which was like nothing compared with what I could have made. Then I also took another one here. Here, I took another one here. I took another one here after this daily close here, and the retest of this trend line, because this trend line now is like a weekly resistance. Understand? And most of this kind of resistance doesn't occur all the time, and whenever it happens, it always tends to give a good risk to reward, and also a good it's actually mostly a quality trade. This might take profit anyways. Understand? This might take profit, which I have not taken the profit yet. I've not taken the profit. I took half of the profit here, which was here. Then that was why I cancelled it. But I've not taken the subsequent profit, which is supposed to be here. Now, I decided to go another long on 1 hour time frame, which was here. Understand? But as you guys can see, I'm not really convinced because I have this conviction that this candlestick is coming back to retest this trend line and also to make a double leg before it will now shoot up, possibly to here or to this next trend line. As you guys, that's always good to look at. Always look at the market from a higher time frame. It gives you analysis of what this thing happened. As you guys can see, this thing is also making a channel. This is also a channel that is a triangular, a symmetric triangle. Understand? Definitely would not have a breakout towards any direction yet, and this is a weekly time frame. If you're waiting for it to be trade this on weekly time, that means obviously this can consist 2002. So you might even take it to December before you can have a clean direction. So because of that, we don't have that patience to wait. So that's why we are just trying to take one or two in between this thing. So we took the first one, and I'll probably take probably somewhere here. We have taken the first profit here, which is because we're managing this position. Then the second profit is here, which I'm not even sure whether it's gonna close, but this first one has actually closed successfully. Then we also took the second one here. We're expecting it this if it continues here, it's definitely gonna come here before it goes down. Or if it makes a double leg here, obviously you are likely to have something like this. You're likely to have something like this down to this place, then to that up to this point. Okay. So but nobody knows the projection anyways. All we do is just prediction. So we took this trade, we're hoping to be right. Just like I told you guys, it's not a high quality trade, so I risk minimum on it. If it goes, it goes. If it doesn't, I accept it that way. Then the next trade I take is EURUSD. No, I'm not taking this trade yet, but I'm looking forward to taking it because it's a buy limit order. It's a buy limit order. So you guys can see this is it here. I place my buy limit order here. This is the first buy limit order, and the second one is the sell limit order. Now, okay, this first buy limit order now I've actually placed it, but this one I haven't placed it yet. I'm hoping for it to get into the decision there, see what's gonna happen before I wanna take short. Now, the same way, the same strategy I used to trade that AUDJVY, same strategy I'm trying to apply here to see if it's gonna snipe into this region and give us a sharp close above this candle there before we now possibly have a downward trend or a trend continuation. Depends on what happened. We determine if we're gonna go short or not. But so far it has the order has not been filled yet, and so we are waiting for it to fill the order. Meanwhile, on this trade also I no risk much, but I risk moderate because it's not really a bad trade. Neither is it's not really a top notch. Neither is it a bad trade. The really good thing about this kind of trade is that it gives you high risk to reward. I think this should be 1 to 8 risk to reward ratio. Also, then the next trade again we are currently on right now is the USDs. When I mean USD, I'm talking about the slash USDs. All the slash USDs they are basically full, and I'm currently on them. Now, why do I went into that trade? Look at it here. So you guys can see here we have this is DSY. DSY simply means the dollar itself. The dollar, this is the dollar itself. Dollar without being paid without anything. Like this is pure dollar without being paid to any currency. Now this is the dollar itself, as you guys can see. And if you look at it right from history, which is this is the time frame, dollar has been making this it's like in a symmetric triangle. The symmetric triangle here, and it's been bouncing around this trend line. It's been bouncing around this trend line here. So it came down to this place, bounce it. So it's likely to break out towards any direction, maybe towards the downside or towards the upside. But even if it breaks out towards the downside, it's likely to make another leg here before it either break below it or break above it. But that's not actually what we're trading. What we're trading is this trend line. Now it came, as you guys can see, dollar rallied about since this week. Dollar has been rallied down, has been pushing down. So it broke down from here. This should be on Monday, if I'm not mistaken. No, this is this week. Sorry, this is this week here. This was last week. This is this week. This should be on Monday. This candlestick here should be on Monday candlestick. This should be on Monday candle. This should be on Tuesday. This should be yesterday, which was CPI, and this is today. Now, okay. So you guys can see it made this was the first leg it made last week. It made the first leg here last week, which was close to that trend line. Remember, trend line is a region, not just its point. So trend line is like a region. Like from here to here is the trend line. Then from here, it can go below it to this point. Remember, whatever we are trading on trend line, we're looking at something to go. It can go below this point. I can go above it at this point. Anything within this region is actually who's on this trend line. Okay. So I'm not waiting for we are not expecting it to come and touch this trend line go because obviously as you guys may know, trend line is not just a particular point, just like a trend line is a region, not just a point itself. Now, okay, we say to go we say to go long on all USDs because as you guys can see, if you go down to 1 hour time frame, you have a beautiful double bottom, which was this wonderful double bottom. Go down to RSI, we have a beautiful RSI divergence here, and here is an RSI divergence. Then if you go down to 4 hours also, we still have a beautiful double bottom also. As you guys can see, this is also another double bottom on 4 hours time frame, and also have another RSI divergence. As you guys can see, have RSI divergence, and after the closing of the 4 hours candle, we have an engulfing candle here. We have an engulfing candle showing that the buyers are taking over the market. Then the same thing after the close of the 1 hour candle also, we also have an engulfing candle. As you guys can see, we're just having confidence that all these is just confidences confiding with each other. We have the trend line, we have the double bottom, we have the engulfing candle. All of them are just confidence with each other. Now, okay, and before the engulfing candle, they also have this shooting star also, which means an indecision candle, and it's an entry reason for some people also, followed by engulfing candle, which also gives a good entry reason. Now, what do I do? I can't trade this GSY. To some brokers will give you option to trade it, but the spread of this DSY is very high. If you want to check, you just go and check on your MT5. Just check some call it US index, some call it DSY. Just check your US index, see that the spread is so high. So what how I trade this thing is that this DSY is the dollar itself, and the dollar controls the dollar pairs. When I'm talking about the dollar pairs, I'm talking about the secondary dollar pairs, like the pairs that are being paired against the dollar. Understand the GSY controls them. Like I'm talking about the Great Britain USD, the Euro USD, the Australian dollar USD, the New Zealand USD. They all of them are being controlled by this DSY. So what I do right now is this: I'm actually expecting this DSY to send up to these points, or possibly that is this break above this neckline to this point, or possibly send up to this region too. But to be honest, I brought it down here. So what I do right now is that I'll go and I went and open long positions on these pairs I mentioned earlier. This is it here. Sorry, I went and opened short position on these pairs I mentioned earlier, which these are them here. This is the Great Britain USD. This is the Euro USD. As you guys can see, this is the Euro USD. This is the Euro USD. These are the Australian dollar USD here. The Australian dollar USD. This Australian dollar USD had a news this morning, which affected the currency and made it to it gave it this bullish. I opened this version yesterday, which was somewhere here. Understand? And it went down to this point, rallied down to this point, and the news came out and shoot it up. So currently we are currently on loss on it. Now also on this one also we also New Zealand USD also. So these are the three, these are the four USD pairs we trade. Now okay, how do I trade this pair now? Actually, I'm not looking for entry reasons on this pair. As long as the dollar is going up, it's going up. I'm not looking for entry reasons on those pair. We are looking for my entry reasons on the dollar itself. As long as I get my entry reason on the dollar itself, I just trade this pair. No matter whatever they're saying, I just go in on them. Okay. Now I want to in on this pairs. Now the funny thing about this thing is that this is it's a very wonderful kind of trade, but I don't advise you to trade it if you don't have a bigger account. When I bigger account, like if you don't have an account that can absorb movement, when I mean an account that can absorb movement is this. Overall, they will definitely obey this DSY. Understand? But the problem right now is this: the rate of reflection, like a single move from DSY now might not be equivalent to a single move on this one. So the rate of reflection might not be same. In other words, two of them might be going in the same direction. All of a sudden, the whole thing, this one will not turn, this space will not turn and go the opposite direction. So you need to have that account that could be able to absorb all this movement before it now move and start going your direction. Okay. So now my stop loss are actually placed on this DSY. This is my stop loss here. My stop loss are actually placed on the DSY itself. This is my stop loss. Then this is my take profit. In other words, when I open position on this space, I'm looking at this DSY. I'm not actually placing any stop loss on all these trades. There was no stop loss on them. So my stop loss is just like I'm trying to use my mental health, my brain to calculate the stop loss. Once this DSY comes down and break this previous low, I'm out of. I will just close the whole position at loss. But once it continues going, once it breaks this up, once it touches this point, I'll close those positions. Do you understand? So I'm not actually placing any stop loss on any of these positions. That was why it's just like an open position, looking at DSY and watching what DSY is doing. Do you understand? So right now, DSY rallied up this morning, and I think it's coming down here to make a second leg. It's coming down here. That's what I'm suspecting. It's coming down here to make a second leg. So I'm actually expecting it to come down somewhere here like this. That is, if it's actually gonna make a second leg somewhere here like this to come into this region and continue shooting up. As if actually we are 100%, actually we are correct. But if we are wrong, it will just break below it and lose. So as you guys can see now, this DS I actually opened this position here, open this position here when DSY did this, and we are still on profit on DSY. But as you guys look at all these pairs now, the movement of each of them are not the same thing. Like the Great Britain is currently on minus and it's even going up. It's even going up, like going up way. And currently we are minus on it now, but we are not closing it. This is our stop loss now. Just one I just put our stop loss is just an empty stop loss. There's no stop loss now. We just want it to just be going as long as the DSY has not actually gotten to where we want. Now this one again, same thing with the Euro USD. As you guys can see, it's still on profit. It's still downward direction. It hasn't gone up yet. So the movement of you guys, if you guys watching, I see that the movement of each of them are not the same thing. Some are moving faster than others, why some are moving slower. So what the end product at the end of the day, all of them, like this Great Britain, I see that it's now that it's moving as if it's trying to go up, trying to break this trend line. Believe me, maybe if not this candle, if this DSY eventually holds, the rate at which this will even shoot down will be like even with just a single candlestick, it might shoot down and go below this ones. Like just one candlestick, I'll just go down. So if you're looking at the movement here and get deceived by it, you might end up making the wrong decision. So you look at this movement here, use it to judge others. So no matter whatever they're doing in between doesn't matter. What matters is what happened at the end of this DSY and what happened at the top of here. So anything that happened in between here to us it means nothing. It means nothing. So if this thing, if the Great Britain pounds likely to get to this point, I don't care. That's why I told you that you can't trade this and you don't have a big account. I don't care. The only thing I care is when DSY gets to this point. That's all I care. And when DSY gets to this point, that's all I care about. So now here, it's something with Euro. As you guys can see, Euro is not really moving that much. So we stay on this thing. So we are watching it. And funny enough, this Great Britain might even close before the Euros because it just do as if it's going up. When you just shoot like those guys, you just shoot down. You see that you take profit. Now the next one is AUD. AUD. I told you guys that AUD. There is news that came out on Australian dollar this morning, and all the Australian dollar pairs. In fact, Australian dollar itself shoot up this morning. So that was this upward movement you guys saw. I was actually the pair that actually went down the most yesterday. Because of that news, it went up. And me, I don't just like I told you guys, I don't care. I don't care. Even if you like, let's get to this up here. I don't really care because my account can actually absorb it. So I don't care. As long as the dollar has not really made what I want to do, I'll just be watching the dollar. Now the next one is the New Zealand USD here also. The same principle applies. I don't really care what he's doing as long as the dollar has not really done what you want to do. So, but anyways, I'm actually expecting all of them to come down. I'm expecting this one to come down to this point, anyways. If it's actually if the dollar actually plays, I'm expecting to get down to somewhere here. It might actually shoot up to this point before getting down. It might actually shoot up to this point before going down. As you guys can see, there's even this thing here, other block here with a fair value gap and blah blah blah. You might even get up to this other point block before going down. But those ones doesn't matter to me. Those ones doesn't matter to me. All matters to me is what is this DSY actually doing? Okay. So as long as the DSY has not really made this, has not really gotten to the stop loss or the take profit, it doesn't matter to me. Okay. So this is actually a trade that most of the time it plays out most of the time, and it's actually it's kind of it plays out like it's if you trade it 100 times, at least 90% of the times it plays out. But the problem is this: you need a big account to trade it, and you need a big account. And if you don't have emotional fortitude, you can't trade it because sometimes all of them will just be on minus, 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 minus. But you know it, the next candle, all of them will it's just C plus. So it happens, and that is why. But most of the time, I enjoy it the most. If only you can have the emotional strength to wait, I enjoy it the most. Okay, so this is just the trades I'm currently on right now, and the one I'm currently looking at, just this one I told you guys, is the trade I'm currently hoping on to enter. So we highly hope that it plays out successfully so I can end up in profit. But even if it doesn't, this is trading. We accept our fate and move on with our life. So thank you for being with me. Thank you for staying to the end of this video. I just want to say thank you so much. If you enjoyed this our content, please do well to subscribe, like the video, and also if you have a question, you can comment it so we can answer you. Please, the like is very important so that the video can get to other people who really need this video. A lot of a lot of traders who are just trying to find their fit. So I believe that this video might be helpful to them. Okay. So thank you so much. I love you guys and enjoy yourself. Thank you.